Okay, I guess I'm following you. Like, it was just weird off bat. Like, what type of communication is going on here, sir? You might be taking me in here to rob me or something. I don't know what we about to do. What is up, you guys? So I am back again with another video, and this one is another story time. So as you can see from the title, this is going to be about the worst so far, one of the wackest dates I've ever been on. So if you are new here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video as well, you guys. I'm trying to get those likes up, and make sure you go ahead and comment as well. If you don't do all three, can you at least do one? I appreciate it. And for my returning J-Bays, what's up, what it do, how you doing? Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. Go ahead and follow me at _JAE.LASHAY, and I'm gonna get straight into the video. This video is about a date that I went on, like when I first moved here, so almost 2 years ago. I would say like a year and a half. So it was around December when this guy had slid in my DM or whatever, and off bat, like, you know how we are as females. We already, pick and choose who we want to respond to. We have more options than guys do. I feel like guys respond to everybody, if you ask me. I don't know. But, so he really wasn't my type per se, but he wasn't like a complete duck. It was like, he was entertainable, if that makes sense, Boy, if you don't. He was giving like 6 vibes, like borderline 5, but 6 because he dressed nice. So, but I entertained it because I was new here, and I'm like, I want to get out this house. I wasn't really dating much. Like I didn't have a boo or nothing yet. And he was, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of curved him often. Like, I wasn't really pressed to link up with him. He could see me post anything, and he'd be like, where you at? What you doing? So I'm like, okay, you're one of those. So I kind of, in my mind, I was like, all right, going somewhere. So one day, I decided to entertain it, and he was like, I want to take you out. So I'm like, okay. Mind you, he been trying to take me out, but I guess I just was bored enough this time. And this is what I get. This is really what I get for using somebody for a date. So I'm sorry, young man. He made it seem as though, like, we were about to have the time of our lives. Like, you new here, or yeah, I'm gonna show you a good old time. Like, you basically gonna be the tour guide of the year. I don't know what this young man's thought process was when he said all of this, but he got my hopes up a little high. And I'm kind of a little bit ugly, so he might do it. Y'all know. Mind you, I'm new here, so you're not gonna pick me up because you're not about to know where I stay. So I meet him. He told me to meet him downtown. So I'm like, okay, I haven't really been downtown like that. Like I said, I wasn't really going out much. I had been down there, but not where he was sending me. I didn't even know that there was a mall downtown. That's the crazy part. So the location, he sends me to the mall. So I'm like, okay, like, what are we about to do at this mall? But I'm trying to, be open-minded, and I'm trying not to do too much because this man don't owe me nothing. He don't know me from a can of paint. So beggars can't be choosers, I guess, So I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna do too much. But I'm a brat, so I'm like, okay, he shouldn't have worked me up like he was really about to do the most. So I get there, and it was kind of awkward, like from jump. Like, it was very awkward because if you've been blowing up my phone this whole time, and then we get in person, and it's like he was like shy to look at me or something. I don't know what, like you could tell somebody is either insecure or like not sure of themselves, because you can also tell when you're not good enough for them. Like, you'd be like, oh, you think you cuter than me. No, it was the opposite way around. Like, you could tell that he was a little insecure. Like, he didn't really make much eye contact. I'm like, oh, you shy. And normally I'm the type to where I like to warm people up. Like, if I see you shy, I'm gonna mess with you, try to break the ice. I don't like the awkwardness because I'm an extrovert. I'm not an introvert. So it's not hard for me, open you up a little bit, try and crack you open. So we're in this parking lot or whatever. He didn't hug me or anything. Like, we just I'm like, okay, I guess I'm following you. Like, it was just weird off bat. Like, what type of communication is going on here, sir? You might be taking me in here to rob me or something. I don't know what we about to do. I don't know what we about to do. So I'm like, all right, don't do too much. Because I wear my expressions on my face and I'll start mugging you in a second. For real, like, I don't want to go. Like, I will pout in a second. We get in there. This man brings me to the movies. Now, mind you, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You could have just told me that we were coming to the movies. You could have just said, you know, can I take you to the movies? I would have told you no, but you could have just told me that. And the reason why I say that is because going to the movies is so high school, is a terrible first date. We cannot communicate and get to know each other in the movie. Like, that's honestly what we used to do in high school so that we can go fondle with our boo and do nasty little stuff in the movie theater. But we're grown now. Are we trying to have a conversation? Like, are we going to be talking? Like, what's your goals? What's your aspirations? What's your 5-year plan? You know, I want to have a conversation with you. I don't want to be in the movie thinking of all these questions that I can't ask you because you're going to tell me to shut up if I start talking. So I'm like, all right. But that's not what blew me, y'all. So we get to this movie theater. The man pulls out a coupon to pay for my movie. Now, mind you, again, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Because I don't want y'all to come, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just so hard to please. But y'all, you don't know me. Like, this our first date. Like, I'm not saying you broke or nothing, but why you couldn't use the coupon on your ticket? Why my ticket have to be the free ticket? Like, I'm confused. Like, you could at least pay for mine and made yours free. Not that it really mattered. One of them gonna be free regardless. But I'm like, damn, why my ticket gotta be free? Like, I could have paid for my own ticket. So I'm like, you already brought me to the movies. And we're here to see a kiddie movie, y'all. A Christmas movie. I believe it was like, I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was like The Grinch or something. But I'm like, do he think something about to go down? You know how, like, when you watch a Netflix or something, you put on the corniest or the most repeated movie ever just so y'all can get straight to it. I'm like, what is he on? Like, do he think we about to just get something popping in his movie theater to where that's why he picked this movie? I was confused. I was so confused. Like I said, y'all, I'm still trying to be in good spirits because I didn't want to do too much. And like I said, beggars can't be choosers. I had wanted to get out the house, so I didn't mind. It's just the fact that you ain't have to gas me up and make me seem, like I said, make it seem like we was really about to do so much. So we came to the movies, and my ticket gotta be free with your little coupon. You could have used your coupon on yourself. So we're in the movie, and like I said, it was awkward because he didn't even talk to me on the way in the movie. We really didn't talk much in the line. Like, it was a few little snickers here and there, but it was never like we didn't know each other. Like, for real, I knew nothing but this guy's name, and I honestly had forgot his name once we went on the date. I really forgot. So we're in the movie, and I'm just like, okay, well, you know, try and warm him up. So I was like laughing at little extra stuff to see if he would laugh. I'm like, okay. So boom. So the movie goes on. It's a little childish, little kiddie movie. So I'm watching it, but I just couldn't believe that we was in there watching this movie anyway. I'm like, how old are we? But okay, maybe I take things too serious. Maybe I need to lighten up a little bit. That's what I was thinking in my head. Like, I was just like, okay, maybe you just doing too much. But I was like, this man used a coupon on me. You could have waited till we was 3-4 dates in. Like, hey, boo, I got a coupon. You want to go? Yes, boo, let's go. I'm all here for saving money. But a first impression is everything. Like, so anyway, the movie is over. Okay, I'm going to get to that. So that was the first part. And the second part makes the first part really what it is. Like, so we go into the mall. So downtown mall, it's called Circle City Mall in Indianapolis. It's actually a nice mall. You go up the ramp or whatever, and there's a food court like every other mall or whatever. Now, mind you, like I said, I didn't get an itinerary for this date, so I didn't know what was going on. You know, I was just going with the flow. Movie over. I'm like, okay, you know, now you finna feed me. So y'all, We go up the steps or whatever. He had asked me if I had ate. I was like, yeah, I ate something earlier. But I mean, any guy that's trying to pursue you, normally they be like, oh, well, you know, I'm gonna get you something anyway, you know, where you can eat again. If I say it earlier, that means I'm hungry now. I'm not finna lie and be like, no, I ain't ate all day. No, I did eat earlier, but you can feed me again. Even though we just about to get some Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is my stuff. Yes, I want some. Y'all, he pulls out this app. He pulls out this Chick-fil-A app. And I'm like, okay, this man is a bargain shopper, baby. Mind you, the man got Jordans on his feet and a whole little Nike outfit. So I'm like, you just cheap with what you want to be cheap with. Not that those things cost so much money, but you know, he could have been out here with Skechers on. You know, I'm just saying, like, you clearly spend a little bit of money on certain stuff. Like, sweetheart, if you didn't really want to do this, we didn't have to do this. I didn't ask you out. So he pulls this app out, and I'm like, all right, maybe he got another little free coupon or whatever. So at this point, he clearly wasn't looking on it for nothing with me. Like, he didn't ask me, you know, what do you want, da, da, da. And I started to feel awkward. Because like I said, y'all, we literally had not even really had a full conversation yet. So I started to feel weird, like, okay, is he about to buy me food? And I didn't even want to ask him if I was getting anything. Like, I didn't even want to ask, like, are you buying me some food? So I walked away. I was like, I'll be back. And I went just because I've never been into that mall. So I went discovering. I went into Charlotte Russe. I believe I bought some jeans. Killing time, because at this point I didn't know how to react, and I don't know, I think I kind of suffer with like a little I don't think anybody likes to feel rejected, so I didn't want to give him the opportunity to say that he wasn't buying me food or be like, oh, you already ate. So I just walked off. I'm like, okay, like, you out here be pulling another app out, you know, I already been the free movie ticket, you know, so I ain't even let this happen again. So I walked off. I'm like, you know, I'll be back. I came back. He ate his food. And once again, like, I just feel like there's ways to do things. Like, if you're on a date and there was a miscommunication, you could have texted me and be like, hey, well, did you want something? Or even before I left, like, he did not ensure at all that I was getting food. Like, what, sir? You could have left me at home. Like, I did not have to come out here. I could have did all this by myself, y'all. I went to the movie by myself. I get Chick-fil-A by myself all the time. And I definitely go into Charlotte Russe by myself all the time. We didn't have to do this together, honey. I could have did this with my homegirls. Well, I ain't had it at the time, but I could have did this by myself. And it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Like I said, he didn't text me like, hey, you know, what do you want? None of that. I came back. He had already had his food. Had it in his bag, basically like, yeah, it was time to go. So I'm like, oh, you ready to go? It's like, yeah. Literally, y'all, we walked out the mall together. Again, we just silent. Because at this point, I ain't finna press conversation with you. It's silent. We ain't talking. Still ain't hugged the man or nothing. They had no type of form of endearment, you know, flirting or nothing. Like, it was weird as hell. We separated and that was it. And to this day, this man still hits me up like, what you doing? What? Excuse me? You missed your beat, sweetheart. What? No. And like I said, y'all, do not get me wrong. Do not mix this up and be like, Jay just seems very unappreciative. That is not the case. I just feel like there's ways to go about things. And down the line, yes, once we know each other, cool, maybe even a second date, but you didn't even offer to feed me, and then the coupon that you had for the free movie was mine. Like, you couldn't even pay for mine. You know, what happened to chivalry? Chivalry is dead. Like, you didn't even at least be a gentleman and greet yourself properly. You know, hey, my name is so-and-so, how you doing? It's nice to finally meet you. What is life? Like, that was one of the little tackiest, wackest dates I ever been on. I've been on better dates in high school. Literally. Been on better dates in high school. And then none of us had no money. So I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with you. And that concludes the story time, you guys. So, good night. I'm tired. I've been doing videos all day. So I hope you liked it. If you didn't, Oh well, go ahead and thumbs it down if you want to. But if you liked it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section. Give me a little taste of what you think. If you have not subscribed already, I would love for you to do so and join the J-Bags, because you're gonna love it here. And you already know what to do. Stay true and stay you.